Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance and tech support.
Okay. Now let's look at the recovery scenarios. So any questions on this? Okay, so let's quickly recap. Like what is the recovery scenario and what are the recovery scenario types? Can somebody talk about the recovery scenarios? What is the recovery scenario?
Recovery scenario is something where you can, if you have more data that has to be run, we can use it so that the whole execution will not stop because of one set of error data. We can run it as a batch script, run it overnight if we have 100 rows of data, and if there is a error on row 5, that's not going to stop the execution of the rest of the program. So that's the reason we use recovery scenarios, so that we get a warning, but we can give situations to move on to the next row and continue with the execution of the test case.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, like recovery scenarios are useful to handle any runtime exceptions, right? So when you run your batch script, so basically you don't know like at what point your script may get into any runtime issues. So you want to handle that issues so that it proceeds to the next step or it proceeds to the next script and nothing will be interrupted. Only that particular script is going to fail it, but if you have 100 scripts in your batch file, so all scripts get executed without any interruption. Okay, so that's the main intention why we create recovery scenarios. So what are the different recovery scenario types? Okay. Pop-up, crash, and test and error. Okay, so these are the different recovery scenario types. Application crash, test and error, pop-up exceptions, and object state. Okay, so what are the different sections in the object recovery scenarios? Like what are the different parts? Like you can say recovery scenario parts. And there are 2 parts, right? And there are 2 sections. So what are those? Okay, so mainly pre-recovery scenario and post-recovery scenario. So what is the difference between them? What is pre-recovery scenario and what post-recovery scenario? Yeah, pre-recorded scenario is basically how to handle the error, and the post-recorded scenario is how to handle the script execution. Okay, good. So let's look at for this open tabs application, what are the different recovery scenarios we can create. Okay. So it goes to under recovery scenarios, so resources, and then recovery scenario manager, and then so you're going to create a new recovery scenario. So click on this button, and then it gives the wizard. So click next, and then we are going to look at say application crash. Okay. So application crash, then what happens? So create a next, and then let's select any kind of applications. So it's going to use iexplore.exe, right? Because it's a web application, so you're going to open the browser. So you're going, whenever application crash, so you're going to say, I want to close the browser instance, right? So that's nothing but in case of Internet Explorer, that is iexplore.exe. Okay. So then you can add it. It's basically the same thing. So these are the process like what you see in the task manager, right? So it's going to show you the same process here. Even in real time, like what happens without manually, if any application crash, you open your task manager and kill that process, right? So the same thing you're doing here. So you're going to say, I want to, sorry, I want to close this iexplore.exe, and then I click next. And then, so in this case, pretty much you want to close the application process because it's the application crash. So you select the second option, close application process, and then you're going to say, so this is the application process I want to close, and then click next. So you want to add any other recovery operation? No, pretty much your application crashed. I want to simply close the application, right? So I explore.exe, click next, and then that is the recovery scenario. Okay, what to do with that kind of exception, or what to do with kind of errors. Then post-recovery scenario is how to handle your script execution, right? Say you want to repeat the current test, or you want to restart the current test, or you want to stop the execution. So what you want to do? So pretty much whenever the application crash, just we want to restart the current test. Maybe at that particular moment the application is crashed, but I want to restart the current test. Okay? Because I want to see like whether you see the application crash again. Okay? So restart the current test, then click next. But then you can give the scenario name, say open tab, say application crash. Okay, so this scenario handles application crash. Okay, and then so click next, and you are going to check these two checkboxes. The add scenario to current test. So I'm going to make sure add scenario to default test setting, and then finish it. So that it creates a recovery scenario how to handle the application crash. And then you are going to save this scenario file. So click on this save button, and then navigate to your test automation folder, and then open test. All these scenarios has to go to the lib. There is a recovery folder. Okay, there is a recovery folder, and there, so you can Yeah, these, you can name it, say open tabs, recovery scenarios. And then save it. So that's how like you can create a scenario for application crash. Okay. So any questions?
If we put it as restart the same iteration, will it go in a loop or will it come out?
No, it goes in the loop, right? Because you keep saying repeat that as iteration means it goes in loop. If something like a test data problem, right? So then it goes again and again and do the same thing. So we don't want that. So we want to neglect that particular row and proceed to the next row, next iteration.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So this is the application crash is the record scenario you should know, right? Because you didn't expect like any time the application would crash. No scenario. All right. And yeah, for web or Windows applications, pretty much the scenario is same. How you do that? Only thing is you are going to select, in case of web application, so here you are selecting I explore, like what's the browser. Whereas if it is a Windows application, you are going to select what's the application process. So for example, if you select here, say this is a Windows application, right? Say flight. And then, so here you are going to provide, say when you start, so you are going to look at, this is the Windows application process, flight 48.exe. If it is a web application, you are going to select the browser where your application is opened. And if it's a Windows application, there is no browser, right? So you are going to select the Windows application process. No, it's not basically, it's not going after the point where it has stopped. No, it's going to do that from the beginning. You said like rerun the test means it's going to rerun that particular test where it has failed from beginning. So that it opens the application again and then execute everything. Because when you create the scenario, you close the application, right? So the scenario, this recovery scenario is going to close the application process and then it has to open again. Your script has to open it and then do everything. Okay. So that's about application crash. And this is anyway like the known recovery scenario. You have to create it for the application. And the other most frequent scenario is test data related issues. Because those are also something like known things. So you might enter some wrong data in your Excel sheet that cause the problem, right? So there also like you're going to handle these recovery scenarios. So how to handle the test data related issues? Okay, so we are test run. So you are going to select test run error. So you are going to add one more scenario, test run error, and then you can select, say I want to handle any errors related to the test data. And then, say click on next. So click next. So pretty much in case of test run error, you will get a pop-up window, right? Hey, there is some problem with the test data. So on the error message, you will get different options, right? Click OK, cancel, about, so the different buttons you will get. So pretty much like you want to click on one of the buttons on that window, on that error message. So you do it keyboard or mouse operation in this case. Whereas the before, in case of applications crash, you selected close application process. But in this case, okay. So in this case, very much you are going to select keyboard and mouse operation, then click next. Okay. And then you're going to select which button you want to click on that error message. Right? So click default or the enter key, click next. And then you want to add another recovery scenario, another recovery operation? Yes. Basically, whenever I see any test data related issues, I want to close my application so that it proceeds to the next iteration and then do complete the script for the rest of the iterations. So in this case, I want to close my application process also. So close application process and then click next and I export.exe. This is the application process I want to close. That way now. So I click on that error message and also I close my application process at that point. So that this is the pre-recovery scenario. And in the post-recovery scenario, you're going to see this go to the next iteration. So that next iteration will start from beginning. It opens and then do the thing. Okay. So this is the pre-recovery scenario. Click next. And then, I have to uncheck this because I am done with the operations. So click next and this is post-recovery scenario. So what you want to do with the script? Okay, I want to go to the next iteration, pretty much in this case. Because if the test, you are handling any test data related issues, obviously like you will get more volume of data, more number of rows. So I want, on that particular row I have data problem, but I want to proceed to the next row in my script. So that is proceed to the next test iteration, click next, and then, so name it, open tabs, test run errors, and you are going to describe it, this scenario, handles any test data related issues. Okay, and then click next. You are going to check these two check boxes, add scenario to current case and add scenario to the first settings and finish it. That's how you are going to create test run error scenario. Okay, any questions? Okay. Alright, now, so click on this new widget button again, and then there are other recovery scenarios, right? The object state and pop-up window. So you can, these basically like recovery scenarios are specific to a particular test cases, right? The object state is mainly whether the particular object is enabled or disabled. Okay, that kind of scenarios. Pop-up windows is any kind of pop-up windows you get while your script is executing. These are the scenarios you are going to add as and when you come across that kind of problems. But whether these are the most recovery scenarios, like application crash and test scenarios, are the most frequently general scenarios where you can add for every project. But whether these object state and pop-up windows are specific to a test case or specific to a test scenario where you might expect this kind of exceptions. In this particular case, let's see where you get maybe I think in this case, let's see, create account. Anyway, always this create account button is enabled. Do you think of any?
Yeah, if I use the same account and create it again, it's not the enable button, but I get a small error window on the top which says you already have an account. Like if you have a QHS123 and you want to create QHS123 again, it has
create test and then create account. This one?
You have these. Yeah, it's not a pop-up, but error.
Yeah, I think because this is not going to interrupt your script execution basically, right?
I'm not able to see the other window, the one where we took all the values of the table and everything.
Yeah, so basically it's not interrupting any script execution. So your next script is going to continue. If something like a pop-up window, then it's really interrupt your script execution. That's what I'm thinking. So when you get the pop-up exceptions in this particular case, because see, pop-up exception is something like you provided something here, wrong agent name, right? And then you'll get this kind of exception. This is a pop-up window. So this is pretty much like how you can handle, right? So that's what I'm thinking in this case. So anyway, let's try with this application. Probably like we can, pretty much the scenario is same. Okay, whether it's a web or Windows applications, you will get this kind of pop-up windows. Then you can create a recovery scenario to handle that exception. Okay. Probably later, let me think, or you can also think, do you get any pop-up windows in this open tab so that we can create a scenario for that. So I can explain on this application. So how to create a recovery scenario for this. Okay. So in this case, say for example, let me create a script. Okay, let's do this. So these are the scenarios. Say yes. And then if you look at this application,
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website H2KInfosys.com. On our website H2KInfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.